I'm Dr. Juanita Mercer, and thank you so much for joining me today for powerful 31 Days to Self Accountability, where we ask ourselves 31 tough questions in 31 days to make sure that we are using our power for good, and that with every decision we make, we are demonstrating our love for God and others. Today is day 16, and today's tough question is it my place to act or to decide this? In 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 11 through 12, it says this: Make it your goal to live a quiet life, minding your own business and working with your hands, just as we instructed you before. Then people who are not believers will respect the way you live, and you will not need to depend on others. Listen, mind your business and do not meddle, right? That is a Christian tenet. It is something that we must stand by because you know what? When it's not our place to act or to decide, we can suffer physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, right? And it's of our own doing. And I'll be honest, that's hard for me, right? I think that's one of the things I struggle the most with is minding my own business because to see people who need something or struggling to take the lead and to take control, it is so hard for me. But I'm learning. I gotta mind my own business. I gotta stay in my own lane. And you need to also. Otherwise, we will waste our time and energy in places we don't need to be. Let's consider Jesus. In Luke chapter 4, he goes to his hometown of Nazareth, and typically in your Bible, this section reads, Jesus is rejected in Nazareth. But if you read that closely, you see that Jesus wasn't the one rejected. It was first Jesus who rejected them because they wanted him to come and do miracles like he had been doing in other places. In fact, they mentioned Capernaum, right? And he says, listen, I can't do that because you're not who I'm called to. And so he says, basically, no, I won't do it, right? And people get so angry that they try to push Jesus over a cliff. Now, of course, he gets away, but that just goes to show you that Jesus knew his lane and he stayed in it. Jesus, the Son of God, all man, all God, right? He stayed in his own lane and he minded his own business. He minded his purpose, he minded his mission, and he did not deter from it. And so we need to use that as our model too. Mind your business, mind your purpose, and do not deter from it. Many of us are tired and exhausted simply because we're meddling in affairs we have no business being in, right? And all the time and gifts and things that God has given us to fulfill our purpose, we're throwing them away in places that we're not even supposed to be. So be where God's grace is for you. Be where you have a mission. Be where God has called you to be. The safest place to be is in the will of God. No matter what comes or goes, you know you will be all right. So, if it is not your place to act or decide, step out of the way. But if it is, handle your business and don't let anyone else have to step in to handle it for you. Join me tomorrow for day 17. And remember, in everything you do and with everything you have, love God and love people. Goodbye.